Welcome to another episode of 5 Business Rules. I'm Monica Jansen, head kick-ass copywriter and strategist at Jansen Communications.
And I'm Nicole Krug, founder and digital strategist with Socialite.
And we're going to talk about a one-page website, specifically 5 things to include on a one-page website if you're going to create it. And some people get confused about like a one-page website versus maybe a landing page on an existing site. Here's when you want to use a one-page website, like to test drive a new business idea. So it's standalone, it's different from your website, or your main website. It's not linked. You can play around, you can experiment. Doesn't take a lot to get it up and running. If it doesn't work, oh well.
You know what, that's cool, but I will also say there are a lot of businesses that are using just one-page web. Like I worked with a client a while ago that was a PR firm, and they had this big website. And they said, we don't want to keep it up. We switched to a one page because like, if you don't know what PR is, like you don't need 8 web pages to tell you. And so, sometimes like you don't need a huge website. Like you gave a great example of when you're starting out, but if a one page website, it's trendy, go for it.
Because they're very easy to navigate, or they should be, which brings us to tip number 1. You really need to focus on short to the point copy. People are not going to scroll forever and ever and ever and ever down your website, especially if they're on mobile. So really hone in on your messaging. There is a famous quote from a French philosopher named Blaise Pascal. It's usually attributed to like Thomas Jefferson. And it goes, if I had more time, I would have written a shorter letter.
You know what? That's so true though, because like as somebody who is a little loquacious and can just talk for hours, like it's so much harder to come down and say, I'm going to do this in 30 seconds than it is in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
And that's the same thing, but you're right, because especially people skim online and they just want a quick overview. And so short is important.
It's always important, but especially on a one-page website. So you want to start out with an introduction. How do you help your ideal client solve their biggest challenge?
And these are a short copy, like you said, it's got to be a simple answer. You need PR, here's PR. If you have to explain what PR is, one-page website isn't going to do it for you, right? And so I think keeping the short, but keeping the quick explanations and client focused is great.
So then after your introduction, launch into your services and products. What are your offerings and how do they benefit your ideal client? So you can just like list out, like it could be like little blocks. We offer this, this, and this, with a short blurb about what it is, what it includes.
And the way Monica's going through, like think of the way like you're scrolling through the site. Okay, yes, everything has to be short, but then introduction, how we can help, what we do. Like, so think of this as the flow.
Yeah, exactly. So after that, about 1 paragraph that explains why you're an expert in this field, why your team is an expert in this field. You don't have to list all your team members. You could link to everyone's LinkedIn profile, or it could just be leadership, up to you. But again, short, to the point, concise.
And this goes, like we've talked before about everything being client-centric. This is like what do they need to know? This is a 40-year-old family-run business. Done, right? Go on.
Yep, absolutely. All right, last but not least, contact. How are people going to get in touch with you? What is the next step you want them to take? Don't put your email on a one-page website. Bots will scrape it and you'll start getting bombarded with spam. Hopefully you have good spam filters, you won't see it. But definitely a contact form, name, email, maybe 1 or 2 other pieces of information, but that's it.
Contact form, phone number, whatever it is. Like you said, I mean, if they can't get in touch with you after getting all this, there's no point. So definitely include it.
Yeah, exactly. So hope you found this video useful. Please like, comment, and share, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Bye.